Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, I am doing very good. It's been a great day today, and yeah, a good week in general. Can't
Great.
complain.
So at first, can you please introduce yourself?
I am Ladybug, and I am one out of nine artists competing about being the one artist who gets to go to Eurovision from Norway. So yeah, exciting days.
How did your music journey started?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, for me, I started pretty late as an artist. Like a lot of people say that they could sing before they learned to crawl. I'm not one of those people at all. I've always really liked music and dancing and acting, but I thought that artist was like had some superpowers and that they weren't like real humans. So for me, that was just like, no, of course, I cannot do what they are doing, although I really, really wanted to. So I think I was about, yeah, like 18, 19. And I was supposed to start working actually as a real estater. I started studying real estate in Norway, and I have a degree. I took 3 years in university. And at the end of that, I was like, okay, if I start working now as a real estater, I am going to regret it so much because I know that my dream is to do music and to be a singer and to be an artist and write songs. So yeah, I started like in my early 20s from scratch, learned like music theory, started writing songs and taking vocal classes. And ever since then, I've just been working a lot with music.
So your nickname, let's say, is really interesting. How did you came with it? How this idea for Ladybug came?
Yeah, so Ladybug for me, it came from I really wanted an artist name, and I was trying to figure out what that artist name was going to be. And I actually tried a few different ones, but nothing really like stuck with me, and it didn't really feel right, if that makes sense. Because even if it's an artist name, I still wanted to feel like me because I am the artist. And then one day, my mom called me and she was like, hey, you know what? I had a dream that you were on stage and your name was Ladybug. And then I was like, oh, that feels right. And also, I mean, that's not the only reason for Ladybug. Also, when I was a kid, I had two people. It was an older couple whose names are Hans and Annie in Norwegian. And they used to babysit me like all the time when I was a kid. We used to eat like jelly and vanilla sauce every time. And for every like Christmas and birthday that I had, I would always get something with ladybugs from them. Like if it was like earrings or a necklace or a teddy bear, like it was always something related to ladybugs. So when my mom called me and said that she had a dream about me being ladybug, that just instantly clicked. And I was like, I am ladybug. That's true.
What message do you want to spread with every song you create?
With every song.
Yeah, with your artistry. Yeah.
Okay. No, so I love to write music because that's kind of when I can set my thoughts free. I like to say that as an artist and especially as a songwriter, I like to write about the things that we humans often have, but that we rarely actually say out loud. So that's normally what I write about. And I want to just say that you can have a open mind and no idea is stupid. And I love to write about darker things, but put it into more like a fun, quirky perspective. And have some fun, but also write about serious and important things at the same time. So that's my idea when I start writing a song.
So the day before the official announcement of the participants of Norsk Melodi Grand Prix, the list got leaked on the internet. Did you saw it? How did you react about it?
I actually didn't see that.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know about it until now.
Yeah,
So was my name on it?
Yes, everyone was on it, and that's why there's only 9 artists instead of 10, because after this leak, one artist decided to withdraw.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, no, I didn't react on that at all until now, because I didn't know until now.
So how did you find out that you will participate in MGP, and how did you react?
So actually, I was applying with this song for MGP 2024. And then I was like, what's it called? Shortlisted, we say here in Norway, which is basically they take the artist's songs into a room of, like it's a room where they gather 100 people, I believe, that has never heard any of the songs. And they also don't know which artist it is that listens to this, that has written the songs. And I knew that a few of my songs were shortlisted, and then Hottest Hell in Paradise came out the best. But then NRK and MGP in Norway, they put out on Instagram and their social medias that they had now found their artist, and thank you for everyone who has applied and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, damn, I didn't get my song in. But then Stig from MGP, he called me a few days after, and he told me, so I have one bad news for you and I have one good news for you. And the bad one is that, as you probably understand, you're not going to be on MGP 2024. But I am wondering if you would like to participate in 2025. So I've known this for quite a while now. I got to know it in October, I believe it was, in 2023. So ever since then, I've just sat there like waiting for the year to go quick and trying to not tell too many people. Like it took me a few months before I even told my parents about it. So yeah, it's been a long wait for me, but finally we're here.
So you knew about it since half a year and a half?
Yeah, I believe it's, what is it now? Yeah, a year and 4 or 5, 4 months, I believe it is now. Yeah.
Wow. Well, how did you keep it a
secret? It's been difficult. I'm not going to lie. It's been really difficult, but I think I just really had to like set my mind to like, okay, you're not allowed to tell anyone. Like just shush, like shut this close. So yeah, I told my parents and my sister, but that was about it. And then, closer to the release, the press release, I told a few friends and stuff, but yeah. But it was kind of fun as well, though, to like have that one big secret that I couldn't tell people.
Yeah, so we say here like we shut our mouth on a cage, like we do something like this and we throw away the key. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I had to do.
Yeah. So what is your song about?
So Hottest Hell in Paradise is about finding a person that you instantly just feel that connection with. You instantly feel like, okay, this is my soulmate. But then there are a lot of other bystanders and a lot of other people that tries to change your mind because they have bad opinions about this person and they try to, play with your head. But then instead of listening to that, you kind of tell yourself that, you know what, okay, thank you for your opinion, but I am going to listen to my own heart and just get to know this person myself first, at least, and like give this person a fair shot. And then I will make up my own mind to see whoever this person is, because I believe that this person is my soul friend. And it can be like in a really romantic way, but it can also just be in a friendship kind of way. I guess you as well have met some people that you just instantly feel like, okay, this conversation is so good. And yeah, it's like you were separated at birth, as we say in Norway.
Can you tell us about the songwriting process? How did it look like? What did you think while writing the song?
Yeah, so this song was actually written in Sweden on a songwriting camp that MGP had put up, and I got invited to come there as an artist and also a songwriter. And I wrote it together with another Norwegian guy called Jonas Jensen. And then there's a Danish and a Swedish guy as well, together with us as songwriters, called Anders Wretov. And you know him? I can tell you're smiling.
Everybody knows Anders Wretov.
So it was, what's the last name now? Jonas... Thomas Stengård. Okay, I forgot his last name. But yeah, Thomas Stengård. So yeah, Anders Wretov and Thomas Stengård and Jonas Jensen and me together in a room. And actually on that particular day, I was supposed to be in 2 sessions that day. So I was basically running between studios, and I had 2 different teams of songwriters and producer. And then I could pretty quickly tell that, okay, we have something really good going on in this room. And then in the other studio, there wasn't much happening. So at some point during that day, I just took a decision to tell the other guys that, you know what, I have to focus 100% on what is going on in the other room, because there is something magical happening in there. So I spent the rest of the day just in that studio. And we wrote How to Sell in Paradise. And I still remember like that feeling we had, because we had a deadline. There's like always a deadline for when you have to be done on this type of songwriting camps. And we were over deadline already. And I remember Jonas, the producer, he was sitting there trying to make like a rough mix of the song. And while the rest of us guys, we were like jumping around in the room. We were just so pumped. I actually have a video of that I'm going to release on my social medias, because it's such a funny video. You can really tell the energy on that video.
Yeah, the song sounds really Swedish, but in a good way. So, so you were on this songwriting camp, as you said. And can you tell us how the typical day on songwriting camp look like?
Yeah. So you normally get to the studio around maybe 9 o'clock in the morning. And then you get separated into different groups where there's always one artist, one producer, and then maybe 1 or 2 songwriters and top liners. And then you basically stay in that room for the entire day. If you have to go pee or if you're getting hungry, you leave the room, but that's basically it. And the goal for the day is to get at least 1 song down. That's the mission. And by the end of the day, you're supposed to have like a rough production, at least of the song. And you have the lyrics, you have the melody, and you have some rough recorded vocals. Actually, I believe on How to Sell in Paradise, most of the recordings we did that day is still the recordings that we have on the one that is being released now, and the one that is released. So, and then you have a deadline, as I said, at some point during the day. And then, at least on this camp, we sit in a room together with all the other people that has been writing songs, and then we listen to them and maybe give some feedback and eat some snacks and coffees. There's a lot of coffee going on.
Yeah. Do you have to pay for this camp, or is it like they pay you, or is it like completely free?
It depends which camp you go to. So for this one, because it was arranged by NRK and MGP. I didn't have to pay for the camp itself. I just paid for like my travel and my stay. But it's really different from camp to camp. I've also been to other camps that are quite expensive and other camps that are like at a decent level. And yeah, there's a lot of different types of way they do it. But I can tell you this, if you are a songwriter or if you are an artist, you should try going to the camps. Before I was really like, my mind was set to that every song I'm ever going to release in my life has to be a song that I have written completely by myself, and I have to like make it by myself alone in my living room. And I still do that today, but it's also so motivating to go together with other great people and just creating something together. And also like music industry is a lot about networking. So you kind of get good music, new friends, and you get to network the music industry at the same time, which is perfect.
Yeah, so a summer camp, but for the songwriters.
Yeah.
What can we expect from your performance during MGP?
So I don't want to reveal too much yet, but what I am saying is that it will be a demon disco, because that's what I'm calling the genre of Hottest Hell in Paradise. It's a demon disco. So a dark party vibe, and it's going to be a high and low. That's all I can say.
Great. So what do you do to calm down the stress, emotions before entering the stage?
I need to be by myself, I think. Yeah, I really just have to like get into my own body and my own mind. Maybe just sit down, quiet, breathe a little bit. I'm gonna get up. I've also heard some people say that if you stand like this, like Superman, that's supposed to be like really good to calm the nerves. I don't know the scientific things behind it, but it's supposed to like be the way to go if you want to calm yourself down, but also like gain that confidence. So maybe I'm going to try the Superwoman pose.
Yeah, and also it's good for like the voice, because it's here like I don't know the name in English, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. The diaphragma, I believe, in English.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So for the end, what is your favorite Norwegian Eurovision entry?
For the Eurovision, okay. Do I have to say one?
No, you can say as much as you want.
Okay, so I absolutely love Loreen from Sweden. Absolutely. Like both Euphoria and Tattoo, both super great songs. And we also have the Norwegian Alessandra, Queen of Kings. Love that one. And then, of course, Finland with Cha Cha Cha. That was iconic. So I guess I'm going to have to say those three for me.
Yeah, I meant only Norway. So
only
also,
Norway.
Also, yeah.
Okay. So if you go on a Norwegian level for the MGP, still Alessandra for sure. Oh, okay. Now I have to think. There's been so many good ones during the years. We also have Alexander Rybak, Fairy Tale. That was a really good song. And this year, you know what? When I came to like NRK in Norway, the first day when we were supposed to like get to meet each other as artists, I didn't have the time to read the email where it with the list of all the artists that were going to do MGP this year. So I came there and then I saw Bobby Socks. I mean, I was like flabbergasted. Like I almost went to the floor. So yeah, I'm pretty like starstruck about that as well, to getting to like do MGP with Bobby Socks. I mean, they are iconic in Norway and in Eurovision. So yeah.
Yeah, even to meet such a stars, not even compete in the same competition as they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's insane. And they're so cute and they're so, yeah, kind-hearted people.
so this was all. Thank you so much for this interview and good luck.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.